beliefs. Bad, immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food.
Come and get it. And now your hosts, Greg Hallmarker
It makes her hot.
and Brian Freeman.
All right, it is, and we are the Modern Eater Show right here, live on iHeartRadio and broadcasting from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. What a beautiful night. We're going to get it going. It's exciting energy here in the kitchen. Do we got a crowd out there? We're live.
Do we got a crowd? We got a crowd, one or two people?
Cool show tonight. We're going to go, first of all, Thanksgiving on the horizon here.
Ooh, I know. I'm thinking about bringing in a turkey for next week.
The voice of Brian Freeman, Jay Parker's here, Little Rich Schneider in Miami. Hope you're doing well, Rich. We'll see you soon. And Dave Avery and Kenyon George, the intern. So
the Kenyon, the intern.
We're all here. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Big show. Thanksgiving is on the horizon, Brian. Are you looking forward to it? Do you have big plans?
I'm excited. Actually, I'm taking my kids out of town this year. I'm going to Disneyland for the week.
That sounds miserable.
Oh, come on, man. I've got a 12, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old. I mean, the 15-year-old doesn't want to do it, but yeah. Yeah, we're taking off. We're having fun.
Oh, good. So right now, Amber Strohauer from Strohauer Farms, she's here with us tonight.
Hey, guys.
Good to see you.
Love it.
Thanksgiving potatoes are pretty synonymous. I think
Yes.
everybody has potatoes on their table for Thanksgiving.
I hope so.
Well, and if you're in Colorado, I would imagine you have Strohauer potatoes on your table because
Thanks, Brian.
you all are blown up. You're all over the place. I've known your dad for a long time. What you've done is awesome. He's extending the season. We're going to get all into that tonight.
We are. Strohauer Farms in the house. Also coming up, Christopher Moore and Scott Gladney, Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. I got a couple of people here with them. We're covering the whole gamut. Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink, if you don't know where it is, it's by the Metro campus. I'm right in there.
It's right in the Springfield Hotel.
Yep. And
Come on now.
It's a place where I got to tell you, I've told Chris already that I think the statute of limitations has ran out, but I think I was kicked out of there once. I'm just saying. I don't know.
The place has only been around for like 5 years. Come on.
No picture on the wall, so I'm fine. I will return, but a great place. I can't wait to see Chef Christopher Moore in the kitchen tonight cooking. So, Chef, he's a longtime friend. He's family of the Modern Eater Show. We'll catch up with Christopher Moore. And then the perfect beef.
I'm excited about that. It's something that we
is there such thing?
Really? Yes, there is.
There is.
And I'll tell you, everyone who's tasted it.
I love to talk agriculture. I love to talk ranching and beef. And there's so many different models when it comes to product with beef, but can't wait to catch up with
Listen, all I can say is 3 words. Local.
Okay,
local.
I like that.
Local. And it's all 3 of the things that any big ranch does about where they raise it, where they get their food, and where they slaughter it. And they're one of the only places in the state that does it all local. So we've got a lot to talk about.
That's a good one right there. LandLocked Ales also here, and they've got some delicious. Yeah, that had to have been Nick. Nick Stafford and Tyler will be up here from LandLocked Ales, and they're also doing a hard seltzer that I want to talk to him about. Dustin Evans, you know Dustin Evans. He'll be in Booze in the News, all the booze news you can use. And Dustin, he's been around for a while now, and they're booze, right? It's great.
Oh,
Rocker
no,
Spirits.
it's more than great. Come on. He's never won any award or any, he's just a guy. He built the most beautiful
It is a nice one.
distillery in Littleton. hands
Amber,
down.
what do you hate on the Thanksgiving table?
Ooh,
Is it
this
the cranberry
such a good
log?
question.
Do you like everything?
Okay.
Is it the green
This is going
bean
to be
sauce?
one that, I don't like pumpkin pie.
You don't like pumpkin pie?
Oh, okay.
I like a
Interesting.
pecan pie.
I'm with you, girl.
Yeah.
That's
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the pumpkin
That's
pie.
interesting.
You can do without.
Is it the texture? Do you not like it how it's it's like custard in a pie shell.
Yeah.
She
It's
just
just
doesn't
not
like it.
satisfying enough.
Yeah. Okay. I can totally buy that all day long because I'm the guy with the 3 of us
What
at the
about you,
table.
Brian?
Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
pecan guy, hands
What
down.
do you not like on the Thanksgiving table?
Ooh, that's hard. That's a hard.
Potatoes.
Yeah. Oh no. Like there's staples for me that have to be there. I'm a guy. I'm a guy. It's not like what do I not like, because I think there's nothing that I don't. It's what I do like.
Okay.
Because I also like.
Question.
I like.
So you like everything.
I like turkey and ham.
Okay.
I'm a guy who likes both meats at Thanksgiving.
Jay, what do you not like?
I was thinking about it while you guys were talking about it, and I don't have anything real good. I mean, I don't. I like it. I really do like it all. I'll say this: when I was younger, I was afraid of the cranberry slices that come out of the can, and then you slice it down like.
Hey, whoa! That is not a cranberry slice. That is like a squeezed tube of.
You can still be afraid.
Of weird stuff coming out.
Hey, Freeman, that's my mom, Lori, making dinner. All right, so let's not talk about what she went through to get dinner on the table. All right, bro. Or the beets. There were beets that I wasn't crazy about, but now I like them.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was a kid, I didn't like them. Now I like them. Now I like everything.
Well, but if those same
I don't
beets came
think
out of the
I've ever
can,
had-
you might not.
I don't think I've ever had beets on Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my! What? Really?
All right, what do you do to your mashed potatoes, Amber?
Make it
Or
purple.
do you do mash? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Skins on or off?
Skin's always on.
Always on.
Yeah, I like that better.
Milk in them or no?
Yeah.
You put milk
I'm a
in
milk girl, though. Like, you put milk in everything, so.
Yeah.
How many-
I'm heavy cream.
How many sticks of
I go
butter?
deep
Yeah,
on it.
I go on heavy cream there.
How many sticks of butter?
Okay, so butter's in my, 3 food groups I have to have to survive. You know?
it?
Butter, coffee, and a ribeye. And then potatoes. Potatoes
Oh,
comes forward.
I was wondering where
Sorry.
that was.
I know.
So mashed or baked for Thanksgiving?
I want mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So skin on. What potato? So from the potato princess, the expert, right?
Potato princess.
what potato
Okay.
should folks use for their mashers?
That's a good. I mean,
A red boiling potato?
I say no on the red.
yeah, I'm not a
No on the red.
no on the red.
I'm down with the red.
As a masher?
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's a
What's
masher.
wrong with red potatoes as mashed potatoes?
That,
But I don't.
There's nothing wrong. It's just
no, there is actually something wrong, because I don't
All right,
think
what potato,
I think
Brian?
they're not going to set
Brian,
right.
what potato? Stay focused.
Yeah.
Me is I go to like a Latona, which is in the yellow. One of the yellow. I mean, you could go Butterball. There's a lot of yellow.
I love that name, Butterball.
I know.
Especially on Thanksgiving.
Is that what you're going to go? So for folks that go to the store
Yeah.
and they don't know the names,
Okay,
right?
that's a good.
What do they look for for the best masher potato?
I mean, I think Brian's right. If you're really wanting the best mashed potatoes, go with the yellow, the Yukon, the gold.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to mix it up, I mean, I even use fingerlings. So
But see, I like a purple because of the purple's a nutty flavor.
Yeah.
It's a really, to me, I think you can do a lot of cool stuff, and then introduce a little Asiago cheese or some other cheeses into that purple potato.
yes,
Well, that's what I was going to
Yep.
ask. So accoutrements, what do you put on your mashed potatoes? If anything, might just
Yeah.
be salt and pepper.
No. I like herbs. I'm an herb girl. So
Putting
I'll-
herbs on there.
I love
Rosemary?
thyme, a little bit of rosemary,
All right.
more of the thyme in it. It just is smoother.
Are you going to put a dollop of sour cream on there?
No,
No?
no.
All right, you're holding back.
You want me to throw you a curveball?
Butter all the way.
Yeah, let's hear.
In my
purple.
mashed potatoes, usually I put a little bit of celery root. And no one, that's my one, and we'll have to ask Chef when he gets on later, but celery root in your mashed potatoes is, it's one of those things a lot of people don't know
might
about
know
it,
that.
but it really helps the flavor. Yeah.
All right, ramping
so
up.
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to do something. Little Rich isn't here tonight, so Amber Strohauer has taken over the duties for the Little Rich
no.
Corner. It's going to be Brian and Little Rich for the first time around in the Little Rich Corner. You guys go over there and get mobilized. I'm going to take us to break here. It's a great night in Studio Kitchen, Colorado, and I can't wait to talk to some of these folks that are on the show tonight. I think we have, I don't know, most of the people on the show tonight are new, aside from Christopher Moore and Dustin Evans. But a great show tonight, ramping up for Thanksgiving. Hope you have holiday plans, and we're going to keep it going right here. So going to send it off to the Little Rich Corner where Amber Strohauer is filling in for Little Rich, and then we'll be back in a flash to Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
All right. Well, can you hear me? Okay. Hey, I've got Brian here. I'm interviewing him for once, which is kind of fun. Say hi, Brian.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, great. So, Brian, when do you ever sleep? That's my first question. I feel like, between Growers Organic here, everything else you're doing, you never sleep.
That is a problem. It's like about 4.5 hours usually. It's somewhere in that time frame between like 10:30 to 2:30, 10:30 to 3. Yeah.
Annie home cooks, so Okay, so let's talk about local. We've got Colorado. I feel like gets underestimated all the time, and we've got so much local produce here, so much color and variety and uniqueness here. What would you say to that?
Okay, I'm so on board with that because right now is this time where lots of people, this year was a hard season with the apples and the peaches from the Western Slope. Well, not the peaches so much as the apples because they got it rain. A lot of the orchards in the Western Slope got rained out this year, and so that was a little bit of a bummer for me because usually I'd have apples into January, February of the next year. This year we don't. But we are going to talk about real quick is you and all the potatoes because all year round we get potatoes. So I guess we got to go to break, and so we'll jump to that.
Okay.
Quadruples and tasty triples are perfect for cooler weather. We make nothing but badass Belgian-style beers. Check out our social media reviews, then come in and see what everyone's talking about. We're at 67th and Pecos in North Denver, about 10 minutes north of downtown. With the holidays coming up, we'll soon be releasing some very special beers, including our famous Belgian-style champagne beer. Planning a holiday party or family get-together? Brews Beers has everything you need to make it a great event. Brews Beers, spelled B-R-U-Z, 1675 West 67th Avenue in Denver. Check us out at brewsbeers.com. We're dog-friendly with food trucks every day. So come on in and experience some Belgian-style badassery.
Hey Colorado, this is Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up at growersorganic.com.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs. All right, you ready?
We're coming back.
For my brother Luck and Lucky Dumpling. He's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
All right, welcome back to the show. Here we are, Studio Kitchen, Colorado, the Modern Eater Show, live on the air everywhere. This is really cool. You can go to themoderneater.com. Just click on the live show right there, and you can see us streaming from the kitchen. That's the easiest way to do it. If you're on Facebook, welcome and thank you. Ramping up to a big show here. First, that was pretty cool, the corner.
Our little quick corner there. That's my first time on
It'll
that
get
thing.
better. So Amber Strohauer here with us, Strohauer Farms. You don't mind the Potato Princess, do you?
I'll take it.
It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. First of all, those that don't know Strohauer Farms.
Yeah. Okay, so we're based here in northern Colorado, fourth generation, family owned and operated. Both my parents still work full time in it, and then me.
I dig it.
So, mainly we're growing fingerlings and shallots, but potatoes, basically every potato, but like a sweet potato. And then, the shallots, which this is shallot, time of year, so.
Well, wait, let's go even deeper because LaSalle. That's like a little town in Colorado. And did you go to school in Brighton or what? Because you truly grew up in a very rural area. And here we got Chef Christopher Moore there. Brought us some shallots.
LaSalle shallots.
I love that.
I grew up in LaSalle, which is 3,000 people.
Everybody knows everybody.
I, hung out with my siblings every day.
Well, you definitely know the one Mexican food restaurant in town.
That's all we have in LaSalle. We've got Farmers Inn, Armadillo, Don Juan's. Got the burrito guy. I mean, now I'm working in our packing warehouse full time, and you'd be amazed how much Mexican food goes in and out. That's all we eat there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that's fun. But no, I went to school in Greeley, so it wasn't that bad. And I mean, we're 50 miles north of Denver, so I feel like I got lucky because most farm kids have to grow up in the middle of nowhere, and that wasn't my story. I mean, I spent a lot of time in the car when we commuted to stuff, but that's it.
Yeah, and you went away for a while, and now you're back working with the family business. What do you do this time of year?
People always ask me
what do you
that,
do?
and I shouldn't get defensive.
No,
farms aren't just a, summer type of
No,
operation.
I get it. That's why I was asking.
I'm glad you asked it.
Thank you.
Most farms are year-round. We're year-round. We do have a packing facility, so we're packing potatoes and onions clear through the whole year. But, come this time of year, you're doing so much even in the field between, you have winter crops, there's like winter wheat and stuff like that, but you're also making sure you're really putting these nutrients back into the soil and preparing that ground for what you're going to grow in the next year and figuring out what that's going to look like. And, you rotate fields. There's just a lot of work that goes into it.
Can you give us an overview of what a year cycle looks like in farming potatoes?
Yeah.
So let's start with winter, where we're at right now.
Okay. So right now, we've basically harvested everything. We've moved all of our potatoes and onions into storage, which is nice. Potatoes and onions are a storage crop, so they, usually can store for months and months at a time.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you go into them because they're just piled high to the ceiling of potatoes. It's millions of potatoes. So anyways, and then in the packing warehouse, this is our busiest week of the year. Thanksgiving is when retailers and food service tend to order the most potatoes and onions. Mm-hmm. So we'll be moving the most out of there. We'll do that all winter. In the field, they're getting things ready, I guess you'd say. We're bringing seed in. We're not a certified seed grower, so we don't. That sounds like a weird thing that you can't just replant your potatoes, but that's not how it works in the industry. And so we'll start planting come March. You'll start to harvest end of July, August in Colorado, and we harvest clear through the end of October.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
see, they're just at the end of harvest, Greg, and this is like when anyone asks that question of a potato farmer, mm-hmm. I know it because I've lived it. Yeah, that's how I met her father, Harry, was because he is truly a partner to Paul.
Yeah.
New, who's one of the owners of Growers, which was all about. So Paul grows the seed.
Yeah, he
and
actually
Harry
does. We take it. We buy his seeds. So.
And it's a very symbiotic relationship between, and it's one of the industries in Colorado that actually works really well together. Yeah. Is the potato farmers, and for whatever reason that is, but they are more into the soil and more into what really is Colorado's about. And I love the fact that Strohauer, and where I think Harry Strohauer, Amber's father, is really revolutionary is he is trying to extend the seasons at every level. And so what he did is he looked down into New Mexico, where he might be able to start the season a little earlier for us here in Colorado. And I admire that kind of forward thinking and that kind of entrepreneurship, which he's going out there and really saying, hey, how can I support the market that is, his, because not a lot of people realize there's only a couple harvest times of potatoes in the United States. And you have like the West Coast, which is the first to harvest back in May, and then you have what is Colorado and Idaho. And so it's, what the Strohauer Farm does is so cool with the onions, the potatoes.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
Oh, I know.
Breath. I appreciate that. If we could grow everything in Colorado in a sense, we would. But like you said, there's two big reasons. There's not a lot of water and there's not a lot of ground available. You've got oil and gas.
So when people think Colorado potatoes,
hemp has taken a ton of ground in Colorado.
When you think of Colorado potatoes, a lot of people think of the San Luis Valley.
They do, and
but they come on first, Greg. They come on first.
We do harvest before them, but I will say, all of us in Colorado, including northern Colorado, we all got clipped by that freeze both early in the season when you're first started and then at the end. So the potato market in general this year is going to be pretty short. I think you're going to see prices go up a little bit. 'Cause
Really?
It's going to be hard to get
What
some
does
stuff.
a potato? I don't even look at those things. I don't know. What does a potato go for per pound? Do you know?
Oh, it depends.
On the potato?
Yeah, the organic versus a conventional.
would
the
people
red,
even know?
your red in your standard potatoes, your red is probably going to be the most expensive, or red or purple.
Would the
red or purple.
Would the end consumer even know a price hike? Do you think?
They might not see it. I mean, it might just be hitting the buyers and not a consumer.
Well, and I've been trying to support around the number 2 potato market because there's a whole thing about the fact that there's, as opposed to letting stuff go to waste, what we can do is we can bring these number 2 potatoes into the market.
Okay,
I
number
love
2
that.
potato.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
No, not everybody does.
I don't think anybody knows what a number 2 potato is. Can we talk about what that is, or should we do some inside baseball?
Well, this is I think, especially with chefs, like, I love when they're interested in number 2s because they're going to cook with them. And so number 2s are usually maybe the skin, the outside doesn't look quite super purple.
In the industry term, number 2s are just the potatoes that
aren't perfect.
number 1s.
Yeah.
Imperfects.
Imperfects. Yeah, they might have a bent or like
I've
Amber was
never
saying.
seen a perfect potato.
Oh, what are you talking about?
What's a perfect potato look like?
Man,
what does a perfect potato look
well,
like?
it's more
Amber, what does a perfect potato look like?
I mean, there's lots of perfect potatoes.
Tell me
How do
what
I
it
even
looks
answer
like.
that?
I don't know. What is it?
I hope I brought one. I hope I brought a perfect potato.
Would you find me a perfect potato and then show me a number 2?
I
don't
would
know
tell
what
you
you guys
any
are talking
potato
about.
is perfect.
Jay, do you know
Right
the
there.
difference? I mean, listen, a number 2 potato to me, it has, it's growing spores in my.
No.
But if they do, you just rub them off. It doesn't ruin the
Thank you,
potato.
yes,
But
exactly.
like what Brian's doing, I mean, I do think typically like people who are buying organics do see what a real potato looks like. It doesn't have to, And that's what I love about that. I mean, they're seeing, sometimes they're just a little more rusty looking. I find that more beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say that a perfect potato is. I haven't even got there yet. A perfect potato is the imperfections of that potato that make it perfect.
Thank you, sweetheart. I like that.
know.
Wow. The show's off the tracks right now.
Yeah.
Amber, who do you have for the Little Rich corner, the Amber corner tonight? Next.
Who do I have next? Well, I don't know.
You're ready, right?
Hello. Let's do. Hey, Christopher Moore, can you get on the show next
Go
for
over
1
to-
minute over there? Right on. Amber's got Christopher Moore from
Amber.
Degree Restaurant.
It's 1 minute.
I have 1 minute. Okay, I'm sorry.
So people know Christopher Moore's coming over there.
Yeah.
And you don't have to say, "How are you doing, Chris?" Because he's
Okay.
probably doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just right to your first question. What's the first
I
question?
do have
gonna
a first question.
You do?
Because he did
Okay.
something special tonight.
Nice. Something special coming up.
Mhm.
All right, we're going to break off here. We'll come back. Amber filling in for Rich in the Little Rich corner.
I love it.
I like that, too. And she's doing a great job. 1 minute. Jay's going to direct you. You're jumping off the show right now. We're going to take a break. Again, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can check us out. Just go to
Twitter, everything.
Just go to themoderneater.com, and there you will see a tab that says Watch the Show Live. You can do that, and we hope you do, because we're going to come back, and Christopher Moore from Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. We love this guy. He's a great chef. You're going to love what he has to show you. That'll be next right here on The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
All right. Okay, so Chris did something so cool for me tonight, and I want to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Okay, we had purple glass potato chips. Yes.
Exactly what they are.
Tell me more.
So glass potato chips. A chef created these back in the early 2000s, and it's a really cool, fun thing. Looks like you're eating plastic, but it's actually a potato chip. It tastes like a potato chip, did it not?
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to actually make them with your purple potatoes and using russet potatoes as well. Different color profile, but same great potato chip flavor.
Yeah, it almost even tasted like a French fry.
It can. It depends on the oil. And I learned going through it is you have to actually cook it at a lower temperature than most things, like 300 degrees as opposed to 375. So a lot of fun, right?
Yes. How intricate is that to make?
It takes a day and a half. It's dehydration and a lot of things. So a lot of fun.
Woo! Well, thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Sure.
I see it.
Yeah, I don't have anything coming from anywhere. I mean, it's coming through. I just can't hear it.
Don't break open. Yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Check. Hello. Ancient and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado.
15 seconds till the live read.
Of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at Ardent.
Yo, man, we're coming up on the live read.
All right, back to the show in just a second. But before we do that, I want to talk about bread and Aspen Baking Company. Hollis and Cody Ann, our gals over there, are doing a great job bringing you the best quality bread in Denver with no preservatives, no artificial coloring, no chemicals of any kind, whether it's a hoagie roll, focaccia, ciabatta, baguette, croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes. They do everything. They also do boxed lunches. So if you own a business and you want to cater to your employees, Aspen Baking Company is where you go. It's aspenbaking.com. I'll say the website one more time. We're going to get back to the show with Chef Christopher Moore. Are you ready? It's aspenbaking.com.
Hi, Michael Myers from Distillery 291. I'll say whatever you want me to say. That'll get me in trouble. Ride it like you stole it, drink it like you own it. You're listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
Makes her hot.
Sweet. All right, back Studio Kitchen, Colorado, The Modern Eater Show. Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, Brian Freeman, Little Rich Snyder in Miami. Amber Strohauer did such a great job. On Facebook, what did we get? Little Rich says he's watching. Jeff Powell says, no such thing as a perfect potato. She's right. Is there a perfect potato, Chef Christopher Moore?
First and foremost, I don't think anything's ever perfect.
Is there a number 2 potato?
There is. Well, so there's grading of potatoes, but in terms of perfection, let's just take that out of the equation.
Can't everything be perfect, Christopher?
You know what? In a perfect world, everything would be perfect, would it not?
Number 2s are perfect as well.
Number 2s are awesome because you can do whatever you want with a potato because a potato can be used in so many different ways. I made glass potato chips out of potatoes.
So. Are those really? I thought that was just
plastic.
I had no idea what you made those from.
It's
truly
potatoes, man.
We should have brought those over there. Where's George? Yeah. George, go grab those potato chips right there. Those are cool.
Hey, by the way, Chef, I think you're perfect, babe.
Oh,
just
that.
So you know.
Thanks. I didn't even shave today, but thank you. Appreciate that.
You look perfect with the imperfection.
It is.
Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink.
Right. Right at
I'd like
MSU
to
campus.
say that's your new spot, but you've been there for a little while.
I've been there for 6 months.
6 months. How's it going?
It's great. We're getting ready to switch our menu up to do winter menus. We get very busy for Pepsi Center events because we are right across the street from Pepsi Center. Our valet parking fills up. Our parking lots fill up to the point where we can't even, as employees, can't even park there. We have to park down at the Tivoli garage. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we fill up and people come in and rave about the food we do, and it's a great place. It's a great opportunity, and it used to be a dining teaching lab for MSU.
Oh, did it really?
And it is not anymore? Or?
No. So Sage Hospitality, who I work for, took it over 4 years ago, and my predecessor, did a lot of barbecue, a lot of local Americana type cuisine. And my view of it since I've taken it over was give it an identity, and I'm like, well, let's make it. We've got travelers from all over the world that come to our hotel, so why don't we make it like as much local Colorado stuff as we can? So that's why I'm trying to partner with Rocker Spirits and bring Rocker.
Hold on a minute. Wait, go slow because this really rings with us, right? So that local mentality,
right?
We'd like to think you got a little bit of that from us.
A little bit.
Just a
a little
teeny bit.
Right.
Why is local important to you, Chef?
Because I'm supporting, through my Chefs Association, I've gone on tours of ranchers and farmers and, people who raise and grow all the products that I get to use as a chef. And without them, I don't have a job. I have nothing to work with. My medium is fickle food.
But it's easy to have one truck drop off everything you need for the week.
Sure. But I'm not a chain, am I? And I'd rather source something that I know is grown like 2 hours away or 4 hours away.
I'm not coming at you.
No.
I love everything.
No. And I didn't take it that way.
I'm not coming at you.
I didn't take it that way. But the idea is that I'm supporting them because they have a family to feed, right? In this world of modernization and corporate takeovers, and let's think about Hormel and Smithfield, and Smithfield's owned by a Chinese corporation.
Do it, man.
Right?
Do it.
So why not? Why am I working with someone who raises hogs in Lafayette or Longmont?
Would you rather have potatoes from Strohauer
Absolutely.
or something from Simplot?
Absolutely. No. You know what? Little story. My uncle used to have a meatpacking plant in Nampa, Idaho. He was bought out by Simplot because Simplot bought all the property all around him, and he was only the rail spur. He had the only rail spur in the area. And after years and years, my uncle finally said, "You know what? I'm going to retire and sell out." And Simplot took over his property.
Isn't that crazy though?
It is.
Are there aliens walking around?
No. This is southeast of Boise in Idaho. So there could be. You never know.
Well,
Snake River Canyon.
What did they decide to do with the land? I'm sure they're still doing agriculture. Did they change the methods?
No. So my uncle actually just retired. He retired. My aunt was a registered nurse, so they were good. But he just got out of the business altogether. He just walked away. The fun part about it, though, is Samplot does a lot of really good things for big businesses in terms of like production and ease of labor cost saving, pre-prepared things. That's fine and dandy. But if you're a chef and you're a chef-driven concept, you want your cooks to be able to do the things they're supposed to do and learn the techniques of what they're doing. That's why I'm part of the Chefs Association and teach.
We're so proud of you,
right?
Man.
Appreciate it.
You do a great job. Food. What's the type of food at Degree?
Type of food is again, it's
Did you continue on?
It's
that type of menu.
Yeah, so it's regional American is what we do, but we do seasonal cuisine. So right now, like I said, we're getting ready to switch to winter menus. We're taking our shrimp summer rolls off. We're going to put on a coconut poached salmon over like farro risotto with winter vegetables, things like that.
You're more into the root side of things, right?
Well, it's fall, so that's the time of year, right? So like right now, tonight we're doing my associate, my coworker, who's my lead line cook, she's putting out a roasted red curry risotto for everyone here.
She's a rock star.
She is a rock star. And the fun part about it is that's the idea is that here's a product. Let's do something with it. Let's play with it and do something fun with it because it's in season right now. One of the hardest things in cuisine right now is because food is global, you can get things that aren't grown anymore in the summer. They come from South America because they're still in season, but they're not in season here, right? Melons. I have this big thing about melons. I'm like, melon season ended.
Hey, thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Right?
Please take asparagus off your menu, chefs.
You can
when it comes from Peru,
right.
It comes on a boat.
Right?
It's like, please.
Take it off your menu.
When you cut into a cantaloupe and it's green as a honeydew, you're like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
It does have no, it's cellulose. It has no flavor, right? It's not a true melon.
Thank you, chef. Thank you.
What touches have you put on that menu that are just close to you?
Oh, I changed the entire menu, but a lot of things. So when I first got there, we had 7 different sides that were all fried items, and I knocked it down to 1. We have French fries.
I like that.
That's it? Just French fries?
French fries.
No fish and chips?
So as a side. So the sides.
As a side.
Sides I backed up.
Mr. Greg, come on now.
So I backed it off and I said, one of my son's favorite things is a tomato, cucumber, and onion with lemon juice and olive oil and a little salt and pepper. He'll eat bowls of that stuff because it's fresh, it's crunchy. That's a side. That's one of our most popular sides. Fresh fruit. We're switching now to cutting apples and pears and oranges and grapes.
That's not easy to do.
But you know what? If someone orders a side of fresh fruit, we're going to cut it to order because it's fresh. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Right? If you sit there and watch Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares when you go to these places, all he talked about was you have a freezer full of stuff, and his mantra was getting rid of the frozen stuff and do everything fresh. There's a way to do that, right? It's training your staff to think in that mentality. right?
Well, it's more work, and so it's interesting. I love to hear where you're going with this, chef, because there so many chefs are going to this thing of give me prep foods and give me stuff that I can't get the labor.
I mean,
but it's just it's noise, man. Do it right, and you don't need to serve 10, 15 ounces of something. You can give someone 6 ounces of fresh food, and they're happy, versus having to give them 15 or a pound of process.
I am a firm believer in. I don't believe in gluttony. I don't believe in the Americana size of over portioning. I lived in Europe for a while and saw that firsthand, and realizing and that actually reflected on the way I ate and the way I looked at food, and that's kind of the way that I cook now, because I cook a lot of fresh. Even in my banquet operations, when you're doing stuff for 150 people, I'm doing all fresh.
See, that's unbelievable to me. And how do you, food waste is the first thing that comes to my head, especially with banquets, weddings, that kind of thing. I mean, I think, put the cheapest food in there.
No.
For that type of thing.
Wrong.
For me, it's not. It's there's a fine balance between quality, cost, and quality. For me, that's the important thing, because we have a lot of return clientele, and that I want them to notice that there's been an improvement or a change in the quality of the cuisine they get.
Let's do this. So folks that are in the shot of our voice, again, Christopher Moore, Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. He's a great chef and a friend of the show. I stand by everything that you do on the culinary side. It just blows my mind all the time. But for folks that are like, okay, well, I'm going to go to Old Major or Coperta or Lease Wiggins, Beast and Bottle. I'm going to do that. It sounds like Christopher Moore's doing that. And okay, tell them why to come see you. Tell them why
to come to Degree.
Yeah,
because we prepare just honest, straightforward food. We're not elevated. We're not whole animal butchery. We're not Italian. We do what we do because, in my opinion, it's about hospitality. When guests come to the door, and I go out, and whether it's myself greeting them or a server or a front of house member, or even my cooks will walk out behind the line and go out and, hey, how you guys doing today? How many? 2? Anywhere you want to sit. No reservation? Great. And the idea behind that is making them feel comfortable. It's how the experience that they have when they're there, and then also the food and the meal that they get there. It's like I met a family that came for a concert at the Pepsi Center, and it was their 4th time at Degree. Twice since I've been there, and they came in again because we stay at the hotel all the time. Great place, the food unbelievable. And I'm talking to them we come up from Albuquerque to come to concerts at the Pepsi Center.
There's nothing better when you go to a hotel and you actually want to eat at their restaurant.
Right?
Nothing better than that. Let me ask you this. Okay, and we're going to take a break, come back. We'll come back with you, Christopher Moore. I also want to get Scotty on the show, too. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be great.
The GM over there of Spring Hill Suites.
Spring Hill Suites?
Yeah. So I want to dovetail off of why. Because you touched on that local thing. Know that you're supporting local, first of all. We love local. Secondly, you've got a quality chef that's your accolades as a chef you're very well known.
Appreciate that.
Chef. So you've got the local aspect, you've got the great food, you've got the sourcing, you've got a reason to stay at Spring Hill
Absolutely.
Suites. But at the same time, these are community people that are leading this community into, you might not be mentioned in those names of chefs, but I'll guarantee you, if you go eat there, you're going to understand why Christopher Moore stands out amongst the rest of the people. And that's what I like about you, Christopher. Everywhere you go, you put your thumbprint.
They say that chefs are supposed to put a little bit of them into their cooking, and whether it's like skin or blood or whatever. But I cook with my heart, because I want to present something to someone who's going to be excited about it as I am to prepare it for them. And I try and impress that upon my staff.
Let's talk food when we come back.
We will.
And we'll get Scotty on with us.
That'd be great.
Okay, gosh, this is so cool. All right, we're going to go to the Little Rich corner. It looks like Dustin Evans and Amber are locked and loaded. And Little Rich, I don't know, she's doing a great job tonight. This is her 3rd try at it, and I think we'll get it down just right. But we'll take a break here. Again, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Periscope, live on Twitter, live on iHeartRadio. We're live. It's a great thing. On the air everywhere. This is the Modern Eater Show from Studio Kitchen, Colorado.
All right. So we've got 2 homegrown farm kids here right now.
Amen, sister.
We've got a Montana boy.
Yes, ma'am. I grew up in Montana all my life. My dad was a milkman, so
My life was going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning every day with my dad. And if I didn't have something to do with school or sports, I was expected to be home working. So,
yeah, I can relate to that. But I feel like you went in the right direction future-wise because now you're with alcohol. Sounds a little more fun than potatoes.
well, there's a lot of alcohol that's made from potatoes. Vodka is made from potatoes. Our vodka is made from corn. But, that work ethic that I learned from my father and my mother, I didn't realize where it was going to take me in life, but I've had a lot of different opportunities to do things in life, and the work ethic always led me.
I love hearing that. Okay, so I haven't been to your distillery yet, so give me some. I have to come visit.
Drive a Firestone. Valid November 14th through November 17th. Exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with other offers. Additional fees may apply where lawful. See store for details.
Hey, it's Greg Holland back for Gluten-Free Things. Are you intolerant or sensitive to gluten? Or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten-Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 11651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey, it's Chef Elan Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Holland back here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud
1 minute.
Ann and Tony have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me now!
This is the Modern Eater Show.
That's right, boy! I'm starving!
We're coming in.
Now it's time for In the Kitchen.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people?
Our mics are hot.
Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me all night long.
always hear that all night long, and I just get so optimistic, and I go, I can't do anything all night long. I can sleep all night long, which is a good thing. Can I get one of these, Brian?
You're not 40 anymore.
No, here we go. It's a great night in Studio Kitchen, Colorado, and continuing with Christopher Moore. Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. I think we should set up shop, and this should be our little hometown spot.
Well, this is Chef Christopher Moore's home away from home for sure. I mean, remember, we've been following this guy like a stalker for a little while.
It's been a relationship for about 3 years.
Well, I mean, I'm like a cat. Just feed me. I'm going to show up at your door.
He walks in the door and he goes, I'm hangry. What do you got? I'm like, nothing yet.
I know. Scotty Gladney, what's going on?
Hey, you guys, this is amazing. I'm so happy to be here right now.
It's weird, interesting, right?
Fantastic.
I mean, here we are out in an undisclosed location near you off of Federal and Fifth Avenue.
Undisclosed.
What did I say?
You gave the location.
Yeah. Undisclosed. Well, if you can find it, then, man, come on in because there's food, there's drink, there's a good time here. Scotty, what do you do over there?
I am the general manager of the Spring Hill Suites Marriott on Metropolitan State University's campus. I also oversee the operations of Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink, where our fantastic Chef Christopher Moore is leading the way there.
How many times have you heard this? Let me get a room, Scotty.
Yeah, I hear that too often. The worst part is, let me get a room in like 5 minutes. That's the worst.
Really?
Those are the ones I don't like those.
Hey, Scotty, for the record, the Modern Eater, we'll take a room at your convenience. So if you can plan it ahead of time.
We can talk now.
Yeah, you pick it out. I mean, the off days, you want a crowd to show up, we're there.
That's I love it. Let's go.
Do you need the Wi-Fi passcode? No, you're all set.
The fun part about it is when we have our managers meetings like every day, like we're at like 107%. Occupancy like every day, which means we're oversold.
Every day.
What's up?
We are busy.
We are very busy.
Let's talk about the property real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
First of all, where's it located for folks that don't know?
Yeah, so just on the corner of Auraria and Spear, you'll find Spring Hill Suites Marriott, downtown Denver. We are a really unique hotel, okay? We are owned by the university, Metropolitan State University of Denver. Every dollar of profit that our hotel and restaurant makes goes back to the university.
I love that.
So this is a public-private partnership in which there's only really 6 of these in the entire country, in which a university owns a hotel, a branded hotel, right, in which all the profit goes back to the university.
Interesting.
I almost think they need to raise their price by $10, man.
Well,
because I'll tell you, I mean, if you're at 107% every night, there's something going on there. And I mean, I would like to think it's the food because at Degree, you've got incredible food with Chef Christopher Moore.
Food is fantastic. And let me be honest, too, and this is something I like to always share the information about. Out of 173 hotels in Denver proper on TripAdvisor.com, which I'm sure you and your audience are familiar with, we are currently ranked 8th in downtown.
Congratulations.
And a lot of that has to do with some of the unique things we do with service, but of course with food and beverage and our growing success at Degree. It's something I'm really proud of.
You guys are 4.5 on Yelp. Sorry about that, Greg.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are rocking it on the food side. I'll tell you what.
Scotty, now in Christopher's ethos is local.
Yes.
Right? Local to you. I mean, it's a thought. Local's everywhere, first of all.
Sure.
Wherever you're at. Community. Let's just go there. Supporting the community, what does that mean to you?
Sure.
And seeing Christopher.
Well, you and I were talking offline briefly, and you asked me where I was from, and I said everywhere.
Yeah.
The first thing you said was military family. So for me, finding a sense of community is important, right? To be here in Denver for 7 years, I want to really explore those local things, not only in the conversations we have with guests, but also in the food that we provide. So his passion for supporting local businesses, local farm, local producers, and local vendors, I get out of his way. Because at the end of the day, people will value coming to Denver to have a different experience, right?
But do you like seeing all of the different vendor lists and different people billing you, and you could just have it on one truck, and maybe it's more expensive, and man, it's confusing, Christopher. I wish you would stop bringing in these folks that I don't know about. Is any of that ring with you, or are you just all right?
The fun part about it is I actually code all the invoices, so.
Yeah.
I spent like 2.5 hours this morning going through just the past 2 days, and it's not about that. It's about it doesn't matter. It's making sure we get the quality products. Like I use Aspen Baking, and that's a separate invoice. It's a separate code.
I know it.
It's a separate delivery system.
I know it.
And coordinating with our front desk because they deliver like 3:30 in the morning.
Yep.
I'm not there. My front desk has to receive it. They take the empty racks back, and it's a whole nother coordination.
This
of the same
man's
thing.
not lazy,
right?
No,
I'll tell you.
And it's the stories that you have, right?
Right.
The business of hospitality is about being hospitable. Let's just be honest,
Yep.
right? So when chef or any of our servers or cooks can have a conversation about where some of our items come from, it enhances the experience, right?
Yep.
So that's why one of the reasons why I'm here today is to learn more about Chef's World, Chef's Universe, support that, and make sure that all of us at my hotel can do that.
You led me down the road of my next question is hospitality. I understand that you do a little bit as far as educating folks on hospitality.
That's the fun part. So I've been a general manager in this industry for over 16 years, right? This role that I've had at Spring Hill Suites Marriott is so closely tied to the university and hospitality program that I get to teach, right? And it's a fantastic opportunity to help shape the future of hospitality.
What's the number one people should know about hospitality with limited time?
With limited time. Okay, there's a difference between guest service and customer service.
What is it?
Customer service is a transaction where I'm buying something and you're giving me something back. Guest service is about a relationship. You are building relationships for long-term benefits for both. So you get to know the person, you get to understand the person from both sides. You want, in a guest service relationship, someone to know your name.
Absolutely.
And our food and beverage folks do that. Everyone else in my hotel does that, which is one of the reasons why we're so successful.
I'm so glad you said that. I mean, and it truly is because anytime you have a relationship, there's opportunity at some point.
Absolutely.
No relationship, never any opportunity. And just that transaction, most people can pull off a transaction.
Yes.
Well, Greg, he said
But not
hospitality
many-
versus customer service, man. It's the differentiator.
What do you do to implement some things to be able to make you hospitable?
Okay. So now you're getting into the culture that I create at my hotel, and Chef's a big part of this. I'm so glad you asked. So one of the things that we do at my hotel is we take our fun seriously.
Seriously.
And then I pause and I say, very seriously, right? If you can't have fun in the environment that you work in, you really can't be creative and explore all the things you want to professionally, right? So that's one of the main things we do is we keep our aim on having fun in everything we do.
I always say that turmoil stifles creativity. You cannot expand yourself and your mind to do other things if you're just trying to stay in your lane and be regimented and continue to do the thing. You got to get those down. Quick, 20 seconds.
There's a statement that says when you try to force the process of creativity, you limit the process. You have to get yourself in an environment that allows for creativity to flow. And put yourself in. Believe me, my creative moment is when I'm laying in bed, wide awake at 3 a.m, and stuff's just going through my head.
I did the same thing.
And then I get up and I write it down, and then I turn around and do the same thing.
Christopher Moore, Scotty, my goodness, I fell in love.
Thank you.
Just right then, you guys have a great team. We'll catch up with Tabitha in the next hour.
Thank you very
This
much.
is fun. Degree Metropolitan
you,
Food and
fellas.
Drink. We're going to take a break. Come back. The Modern Eater Show continues.
All right. We are live. All right. So right now, I'm testing one of their beers, pineapple. Okay, so here we go. That's amazing. That's like a perfect, for a female, that's all I want in a beer.
Just the citrus? Is that what it is? Or?
Yes, like I love grapefruit, pineapple in my beer. I don't know why. It just, there's something about it.
Well, we make what beer wants to be when it grows up, which is whiskey. It was. I mean, you got to have whiskey. I mean, beer's fine. Whiskey's quicker, But no, so it's a great crafted. I'm not a big beer drinker, but this is the one that I was drinking earlier, and I really enjoyed it. So, Landco, right? LandLocked?
I had the can, but I spilt it.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
see?
how many different, citrus varieties do you have?
We don't. As far as whiskey, we just make it a base. Our bourbon, I don't know this beer, but our bourbon is a 70% corn, 30% wheat.
Okay.
We age it for 3 years in a number 3 char American oak barrel, and then we bottle at 96 proof. So, but then we try to work with chefs and our bar staff, and we create cocktails that pair very well with food. So citrus, the acidity in citrus, and then the sweetness in citrus is very critical and a great crafted cocktail too. So
I like that. You know, I lived in Nashville for 6 years, so whiskey was all we drank.
well, and why did you go back to the dark side?
I don't know. Potato vodka, you know.
Oh, potato. Yeah, your family does make the vodka. So, I mean, you got to help the family move some product. So that's great. Nashville. I was just in Nashville. Nashville is my favorite city, man. I loved it. We were there for the NFL draft. And we stayed out till 5 in the morning every night, 3 nights in a row. And for an old man like me, that's a pretty good roll. But yeah, the whiskey scene down there is really good. And it is a real deal. There's a greatest distillery there in Nashville that a lot of people don't know about, and it's called, now it's going to escape me. It's the oldest distillery in the nation, and the reason they're the oldest distillery, surpassing Jack Daniels, is, no, it's a distillery, young man. But they just, two of their great grandsons restarted their family's distillery. Yeah, and it's the history and the story behind it is just all authentic Americana. So, gosh, I can't believe I'm missing the name right now, but I will think of it here soon. I've had a lot of hits to the head over the years, and
yeah, we were talking about that earlier. You used to, you watched a lot of MMA, and
I participated in some of that and college sports, and I've had a lot of hits to the head.
So whiskey is necessary.
No. It's the oldest distillery. It is. It's going
to come to you.
It will come to me. My assistant, diligently working there, Jay, is going to Google it.
Okay, well, Nashville is great about kind of revamping things that were such a mainstay in that city. So, for instance, they have on the corner that overlooks the Tennessee Titans arena. They have it's an old Purina feed store that they turned into this really cool, like 4-story bar, club, restaurant called Acme. Did you guys go there?
It was right there. We had VIP passes to the NFL draft, so we were standing right at Acme, and that's where we would drink and eat. And then we could go down and we could go up on the stage. So I know exactly where it is. And it's the vibe in Nashville is so cool. It's so authentic and everything.
Oh, Jay's.
Hey, so this is telling me Buffalo Trace claims to be the oldest operating distillery in the USA.
So it's the oldest distillery in the nation. It's number 3, the third oldest distillery in the nation now. Gosh, I am just so broken down that I can't think of this right now. I toured it. I met the 2 grandsons that started it back up.
It's going to come to you. We're going to talk football.
The Greenbrier Distillery. Greenbrier is their, yep.
I don't know how long has it been open?
You know where, do you know it's called the Mobile portion of Nashville, like where American Pickers is and all that stuff. It's where they used to have a car plant. They're over in that district, the oldest industrial district in Nashville. It's super cool. You got to go there.
Okay, so
we got 35 seconds.
The real question I want to know: are you a Bronco fan then?
We got a bad connection here. I grew up in Montana where we only got 2 stations, and they played the Raiders every weekend. So I grew up as a Raider fan. I am so sorry, but the Broncos are my team that I root for here straight away.
I'll forgive you. I'm kind of I'm a Mahomes fan. I can't help it. So
You grow potatoes. You got to be loyal.
I love it.
At Nobler.com, that's NOBLR.com.
Individual savings may vary. Must meet eligibility requirements to bind a policy.
Attention, future cannabis and CBD entrepreneurs. Are you interested in making some extra cash in this booming business? Then get ready. Christopher Wright, founder of the Cannabis Talk Network, is holding free training classes in the Denver area.
1 minute.
This free training class, you'll learn Chris's 5-step formula to make money in the cannabis or CBD business. From legality to funding, you'll get educated on all the opportunities available. If you have the desire, Chris is ready to teach you his proven formula for starting and running a successful medical marijuana or CBD business that will allow you to tap into today's modern-day green rush. So if you're interested in becoming a cannabis entrepreneur, call 1-800-991-6307 now to get your free cannabis business starter kit and free tickets to Chris's Cannabis Network class. Call 800-991-6307 now. Seating is very limited. Call 800-991-6307. That's 800-991-6307 to get your free starter kit today. This is educational information only.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
How about a bite to eat?
It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of the Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for. Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker.
It makes her hot.
All right, here we go. Second hour of the Modern Eater Show. I love it because we're just warmed up.
Yes,
we got an hour behind us. We should do 3 hours. Could you imagine what the third hour would be like, Brian? Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, Little Rich Snyder in Miami. We got Dave Avery here with us as well, and Kenyon George, the new intern. Gotta love the interns. What a great first hour, first of all. I love talking to Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink because Christopher Moore, I have to tell you, anybody that actually is infected by the Modern Eater and takes these within our ethos, takes it to what they're doing there, it's such an honor for him to go local so much.
And such a great guy already.
And a great guy and a great chef, obviously. Yeah. I like to talk beef, right?
Yes.
Do you put beef on your Thanksgiving table, Brian?
No, it's interesting that you say that because it's one of those things I don't, but I would think about it.
I'll throw some prime rib down.
Well, there you go, exactly, because prime rib. Because see, some people go with the prime rib. I go with the. I go with the ham. Like I said earlier, I do a ham and turkey on the Thanksgiving table, but
that's odd. Awkward.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, just because, I always do just a little, but I do 2 turkeys. I do one always smoked, one always baked, and then a ham, just because I like to.
Do you care where your beef comes from? Do you?
Why do you think I support their program every day? You can get their beef at Growers Organic.
There is no there
every
yet
day.
Because nobody knows what you're talking about.
I know. It's my own secret. It's, in an undisclosed location you can get their beef.
Isn't beef just born on the shelves at King Soopers or Safeway? And it's just in a package,
no.
And that's where it comes from? And those cuts?
There's some big differentiators. If you don't, I could jump right into this. Right. I don't want to take over. I don't want to hijack things, man.
All right. Pasture Perfect Premium Organic Beef. That all sounds good. I'll sign up right now. We'll just end the segment now, lady. That's good stuff. All right. Pasture Perfect Premium Organic Beef, or as the cool kids say, PPOB.
Oh, he's going there already. I like it. Okay.
Let's introduce Kim. How are you, Kim?
Good.
Kim Peterson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Kim Peterson. And Megan, how are you?
Good.
All right. First of all, so you're the leader of this group, right?
I'm not the leader, but I'm out there. I'm in the field.
You're in the field.
Yes.
And Megan, what do you do?
I help in sales and marketing, and then I help throughout our production process as well.
Megan, do you know what they say that you do on the website?
Oh, I don't know.
You haven't read that?
You wrote it.
I know. I made the website. I should.
You wrote it?
Yeah.
This is what you wrote about yourself? Here's what Megan wrote about herself.
Oh, no.
You ready for this?
Oh, no.
Megan is an important member of the team. So she says. She works hard to help ensure the family farm is running smoothly. Do you?
I like to think I do. I hope so.
So you're like the smoothness operator.
The lubrication in the whole
farm.
machine.
Keeping it going.
Yeah, wherever they need me, I try and fill in wherever I can.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I love it, but they've got a great story.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's do it.
Can we bring it out of you?
Yeah.
So for folks that don't know, tell us a little bit about the brand and the ranch.
Okay. My husband, Mike, started farming straight out of high school, 1993, and he just did conventional farming. He had some cows, and then in 2005, we certified our farm organic. And we just had the crops at that point, grain and wheat and corn. And We found that in shipping our corn in wholesale by the truckload, we would end up with small amounts left over, and there's no market for a half or a quarter load of grain. And so we decided that we should get some cows again, and we had the certification. And so it's a way for us to use our crops for our animals and keep everything at home. And
crazy.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So first of all, organic certification is
she's certified organic.
So difficult to do. I mean, a lot of people can do the practices, but why was it important you to have the organic certification?
So we're certified with the state of Colorado, and that means that there's certain standards that we have to follow. There's certain rules for our crops and for our animals. They have to have certain amount of days on pasture. They can't have any hormones in them, and same with our crops. There's certain chemicals that we can't use, and the state monitors and does inspections on us to make sure that we are in fact following those rules. Many people can say that they're organic, and that may be true, but we have the state certification that says, yes, we are.
Now, you can do the practices.
Yes.
Everybody can do the practices.
Right.
But so you wanted that for sale.
Well, they stepped it up a notch.
Right? I mean,
stepped it up.
Why else would you get that unless you wanted that for the end consumer?
Right. Correct. And also, with our beef, we use a processor that is also certified with the state, too. And that's what gives us the edge over a lot of the people that have the organic beef. There's not a lot of certified processors.
Here's a question I don't know the answer to. This isn't a setup. Does that processor need to do special things for conventional ranches versus organic ranches? Do they need to change up their methods? Do you know where I'm going?
Well, on
with
the organic side, they definitely do.
Yes, they do. So there is a day that they process only organic animals.
Okay.
And they're first thing, and they're clean. They wash out their facilities, and we're the first animals to go in the morning to ensure that. And there's the inspector that supervises that as well.
So, Kim, let me jump in because I got a little story.
Oh, okay.
Because I know a little bit about you all, and we have been representing your meat all over town, and great people, all over the state, because people like Josh Nuremberg out of Ben 707, they're serving your meat every day, and they love it out in Grand Junction.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I thought was neat is they were organic first, Greg. So what they were is an organic grain grower for a very large company here in Colorado that feeds a lot of cows every day. And so, and some of the deeper story that I might have, which I think is a great story, is because one day there was a rejection of a load. There was, hey, listen, this is, whether it wasn't meeting a certain spec, and that in the feed world, there's so many little things that you were trying to, moisture rates, protein rates. There's so much different things that we don't know about as the average consumer of what goes into organic feed. Well, one day this organic feed company said, listen, I'm not going to give you as much. And so, and this is a story that I have from Mike, whereas, and it's just, you jump in anytime and tell me I'm way off base here, Kim. But,
like, all right, well, go pound sand. I'm going to do it myself.
And that's what it was. And they went off and said, guess what? We're going to raise our own cattle with our feed right here. And so, and what I mentioned earlier is this is truly the triple threat here at Pasture's Perfect, because of the fact that they are growing their feed, and they're one of the very few that grow all their own feed. They're raising those animals, and they're actually, it's a free range animal. They're letting them go out and graze as opposed to putting them in a feedlot, and then they're processing them right down the street. So it's Pierce to alt, right alt combined here in northern Colorado. It's one of the awesome stories.
Megan, what does that mean to you? All of those things. No GMOs, no hormones, no
antibiotics.
Yes. I mean, what does that mean to you, and what should it mean to the average consumer?
It's super important to me. Knowing where your food comes from is something that I feel like has gotten lost over the years. Yep. So I've always been around farming and agriculture, so to us it's always been like food comes from, we know exactly where our food comes from, but I know that other people don't really realize that, and we're just trying to bring back that like farm to table and kind of where people know where their food comes from.
For sure. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. I'm glad we have a half an hour with them. We'll do a whole nother segment with you guys. I want to talk about the processes that you guys use. I think it's so interesting. a million years ago. I think my mom might be watching. Mom, how are you? She had one of the first organic natural cattle company 20, 30 years ago. She brought it to market. Chefs didn't know what to do. It was too lean. How do you cook it? It doesn't taste quite right. Grass-fed, grass-finished is
No, not
different.
here. Grain-finished, babe.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's good stuff. Because grain-finished, I like it a little bit better, but it's a good grain.
Oh, it's good grain. It's right here, homegrown. And even Justin Brunson likes it.
Justin just chimed in here. He said, how are you? I miss you. I miss you too, Justin. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, we're going to come back, and Pasture Perfect Premium Organic Beef here with us in the studio. And this is the type of stuff that I like to talk about. But I want to know how they're raising their cattle. The feedlot thing, it's an interesting conundrum. But are they going direct to market? Can you find this in grocery stores? These are all questions I have, and we'll ask them next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
No, but I've been here a couple times. Oh, right. We're on. Okay. So I actually grew up in cattle as well, but on my mom's side of the family. So we were never allowed to have chicken growing up. Like, you didn't say chicken. Yeah? Okay, so I'm a ribeye girl. I just want to know, what kind of steak would you choose?
Mike, my husband, he does ribeye. I just let him pick. He knows what to do. He's the grill master. I say, you just make whatever, and he does a good job. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. Are you guys, we have this Colorado Food Summit coming up, and a lot of, they're branching out. It's not just produce. We've got a lot of different Colorado products in it. Are you guys involved in the Colorado Food Summit?
Not that I know of. I'm just mainly on the farm, but I'll ask Megan, and Megan would know. I'll make sure she checks it out.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the chef tonight, I'm curious what he's making with your guys' beef. I'm excited. But what's your go-to usually when you guys are cooking at home? What's like a typical meal you'd have?
Ribeyes most of the time. Yeah, and then potatoes, vegetables, just pretty basic.
I was hoping for the potato answer. That was great. All right. Well, I think that's all the time we got, but thank you so much, and I'll let you guys continue. Okay, bye.
Like to save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill? Of course you would. You're not crazy. Encore Energy and Brian Rizzuto can do just that. Save you money. Give Brian a call, 720-245-5771. Maybe you own a restaurant or a brewery and use a ton of natural gas. This is how you save money. Get a free savings review from Brian Rizzuto and Encore Energy. Call Brian at 720-245-5771. Save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill right now.
Rocker Spirits. It's a distilled
30 seconds to live read.
To hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, Rocker rum, Rocker vodka. Get ready for an original look, feel, and experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while
10 seconds.
They've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. RockerSpirits.com. Rocker Spirit.
Oh, your mic's hot.
All right, you guys, back to the show in just a second, but it's time to talk bread, and it's time to talk Aspen Baking Company. AspenBaking.com. They're a local bakery that is doing things the right way. No preservatives, no artificial coloring, no chemicals in any of their products. And some of their products, my favorite, focaccia bread, hoagie rolls, ciabatta, baguettes, croissants, bear claws, lobster roll, pound cakes, coffee cakes. My goodness. And
I love gluten.
You love gluten?
I love gluten.
I love gluten, too, and I love butter, and I love sugar, and that's what makes up bread, and that's what makes up happiness. Box lunches, if you want to get something catered, get something catered. You want to go to AspenBaking.com. I'll say the website one more time, and then it's back to Pasture Perfect Premium Organic Beef. Are you ready for it? It's AspenBaking.com.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Culture Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Yeah. Back at it, the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. Also, Elan Wenzel here with us. Element Knife Company. We did some good filming here in the studio this week.
Yes, we did. That was fantastic.
Is your mic on? Throw that mic. I know I threw Jave a curveball. He's like, Greg, come on.
And I'm getting him on in the middle there, too.
Are
We're
you
getting
really?
him on in the next middle segment with Amber.
Well,
we got to talk about Element.
Elan's up. There you are.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Beautiful Dulce.
Yeah, that was a fun
That
session.
was a very cool session. But ElementKnifeCompany.com, check that out. The best knives around.
Best knives around.
You are somebody that I look to as the authority, but I can't think of a better Christmas gift than knives.
Absolutely. Thank you. We got all stocked up, stocking stuffers, and we're ready to go with knives for the holiday season.
Cam, you need a knife?
I always need knives.
Exactly. Always could use them.
Everybody can use a knife.
Would you look at Elan's knives? They're knives. They're nice knives. Trust
I
me.
believe it.
Yeah, all handcrafted, imported out of Osaka, Japan.
How do they cut beef?
Like butter.
Butter.
Like butter.
Like butter.
All right.
Like butter.
Elan Wenzel, check out the video. It's on the Modern Eater Facebook page. Also, check out Element Knife Company on
Thanks, Greg.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You're doing it all.
TikTok now. Got to keep up with the young folks.
Well, my kids at my house are on TikTok with your knives, actually.
Hang out here. We'll talk beef. All right, back to the show. Here it is. Pasture Perfect Premium Organic Beef. I did have to look at the website to say the name because it's a mouthful. But it tells the story. And I love the URL, theperfectbeef.com. How'd you get that? You paid $2,000 to some guy out there.
They were the first ones.
In the interwebs. Were you?
We were the original Perfect Beef.
We're the OG. Yeah.
The OG Perfect Beef. I like it.
Let's talk about the animals. Yeah. Right? All right. So the animals are so important to me. Raising cattle, and again, that's the thing to where the rancher's conundrum. I'm doing a lot of good things. I've got a lot of great head of cattle on, but now it's time to sell them. So should I go direct to market? Should I cut up these premium cuts? How do I sell them? Or should I take them to auction? Or do I sell them to a feed lot? What's your model, guys? Megan?
So we are really involved in our growing process, like throughout. We have everything from baby calves to steers that are just ready to finish up right now. So we do that traditional finishing process, which allows us to have really great marbling in our meat, and that's what we think makes it the perfect beef, is because it has such great flavor. So
that's what Justin Brunson, I'll tell you, when I showed Justin their meat the other day, he was like, get out of here.
A lot of people say, I don't care what you do. They're corn-fed, corn-finished, keep them in an isolated area, fatten them up, bring them to market. I don't know how many pounds would you want to do that. We know folks that are butchering at 900 pounds.
All the way to, what's the other side of it?
Oh, probably 1,400, 1,200, 1,400, right around there. Yep. You guys go from soup to nuts, right? I mean, beginning to end.
Yeah, we do.
That's what the most impressive thing about this company is, and goes down to their feed as well. I mean, is there anybody else that actually does this? I can't think of too many.
We're pretty unique in the way we do that, I'm pretty sure. So I think we're one of the only producers that does that.
Do you have any meat here?
Interesting. We do.
Yes, we're about to get some ribeyes. They just went on the green egg from Proud Souls over there.
Do you have any that are non-cooked? Maybe
it's too late. You missed it by just that much.
They're on there. First of all, my favorite protein. Chicken is close to, but it's because I'm poor and cheap. Chicken goes in. Right? I mean, a lot of people go that way. But beef is truly, it is what's for dinner. I mean, that was a good thing that they put out there. You guys, Pierce, Colorado?
Yes.
Right? I mean, so north of Greeley. Yeah, north of Greeley, just right up there. Perfect place for cattle raising. Have you visited many cattle ranches?
No, I would certainly like to, though.
Oh, it's good stuff. And I have a feeling, what would we see if we went to visit Pierce?
Lots of happy cows.
Lots of
happy cows.
Yeah, we have babies, and there's babies and mamas, and
What makes a happy cow?
That they get enough feed, that I think a lot of it is that they have a lot of room to move around.
Yep.
So, I mean, our cows are always, when we go to feed in the morning, because me and Kim do chores every morning, they're always kind of like hopping around and whatever.
So
they're pretty happy.
I love that a lot. That's the kind of daily, day-to-day.
Well, and when you dig into that, Greg, it's what they're doing is, because the reality, they're letting the cows graze during the most of their life. and well, actually their whole life, and they're just giving them a little bit of grain to finish them. But it's the grain that they're raising, so it's the silage, it's the stuff that really what everyone else is doing in
All
a
I hear
feedlot
is
at
dollars.
the end.
All I hear is dollars.
No. They're growing
so
it. That's the
much
difference.
To do from the
they're growing
grain
it. So
to
yeah,
the cows.
no. That's
what's the business plan, guys? I mean, how do you put it direct to market? Do you go to the website? Can you find it at the grocery stores? What's your business plan?
Well, we do a lot of different things. We do direct to customers, so we do like sell to customers like whole halves and quarters.
Sure.
And then another big thing is we have a couple distributors. We work with Growers Organic, which is really, really awesome. We're really glad to be a part of them too. So we do a couple different things.
Yeah, they're all right.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, they're okay. So folks that are listening to the show, we have a lot of chefs, a lot of restaurateurs, a lot of end consumers. How do you tell them that this is how you can find the perfect beef?
The best way is to directly contact one of us. Our contact information is on the website. We have an Instagram, a Facebook. But since we are a small family farm, all the numbers that they go directly to us. Like I have the sales phone. So you'll get direct to one of us. It won't be like you won't have to deal with a whole lot of people. It's direct. So.
Price is a big thing for folks.
Yes, exactly.
Especially restaurants.
Well, but Greg, let me jump in there because it's all about how you process it, man.
Listen.
It's about how you put the cuts out there, what you're doing with the ground. Because the reality is they're going to say, listen, here's one price for the whole animal, and it's up to the chefs or, like in my case, the distributor, to be able to say, listen, different cuts are different prices. And I'll tell you, for an organic, grass-fed, grain-finished,
reasonable,
local, more than reasonable.
Okay,
more
so
than
there's
reasonable.
chefs like Kyle Mendenhall. He'll commit to half a cow, right?
And we're talking to him,
but he'll use it all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one of the things is like you're sticking with us with a lot of ground beef. Everybody wants the premium cuts. We have a lot of ground beef. How do you maneuver around that to where here we are with a lot of ground beef? I guess you could get an account that makes a lot of burgers, but how do you do that?
We're trying to kind of fill that gap right now. Like you said, we try and find anybody who's using a lot of ground beef, a lot of burger places and stuff like that. But we do have some ground beef in our inventory right now, so like we did that to kind of like get rid of it, and not get rid of it, but to use it as an example and kind of tell people, like, it's hard to tell someone that your beef is really good, so they like to prove it and say, all right, well then try it.
How do you do that? Just taste?
Yes, taste is kind of one of our biggest sellers, is because people taste it and they understand what we're talking about. They taste the difference.
Well, and they have to work with someone, Greg, that is taking the whole animal, because that's their success is based upon someone else. It shouldn't be their problem to deal with the ground. Quite honestly, it should be the chef's problem, and a good chef is going to figure out a way to. I mean, like I said, Josh at Ben 707, he's doing it. He takes a half animal, and that's how he works it.
Absolutely. Those are dream people right there, but a lot of people aren't dream people. With a couple of minutes left, what do you do? I call it the elevator speech. And we'll give both. This will be fun. Both of you, 30 seconds. We'll start with you, Kim.
Okay.
30 seconds of why do you give us a shot? Why do you want to use our product?
Why do consumers want to use our product?
Anybody that loves beef and can get.
We're local. We're a family farm. We're not some big corporation that's just pumping cows through the feedlot. Like, we're real people. We have families. We're a part of Northern Colorado community. And you know where your food is coming from when you purchase from us. Plus, it's organic. It's better than having hormones. And, yeah.
Oh, my God, top that. That was, I mean, those were all the reasons, truly, why you would want to. But you've got another side of things, Megan. I truly think that that was a lot said right there. And you can say a lot of the things that she just said. But why do you figure to give you a shot?
Along with everything she said.
Right, yeah.
And a big part of it is good nutrition. We use good nutrition to feed our cows, and in turn, our cows are going to become good nutrition to people, too. So I feel like if you are feeding your body good things, I mean, that makes a big difference. Makes
Happy
a world
cows.
of difference. Yeah.
Think about the meat that gets cluttered by these unhappy cows. I mean, listen, I'm unhappy. My meat would not be great. I mean, you bit into me, or you
It's
bite
the
into
stress,
me.
too.
Yeah,
Stress.
the stress.
These are happy animals.
All of these things just course through your muscles and your veins, and just running around. And cows are amazing animals. I mean, when we went around on Jay, where were we? Corner post.
Yeah.
Looking at those pigs.
Yeah.
Those were some happy pigs, man.
Yeah, I mean, up until, but yeah.
Even up until.
Well, I mean, listen.
But you remember at Sunnyside down in Durango when we were going to that processing plant?
Yeah.
The things that they do, I think that was just for human beings, because I don't know if the animal cares, but they bring them in the nighttime, right? They give them a nighttime snack.
Mm-hmm.
They have these railings so they
Tuck
don't
'em
see
in.
anybody on the other
Little
side.
massage.
Yeah, they give them a little shoulder rub.
Here we go.
What's your last meal? Talk to them sweetly, whisper in their ear, and then next day it's go time.
They
right?
don't know English, so you can say, like, dead cow walking, things like that. But as long as you make it sound good, they're happy.
I don't know if
Thank
we end
you
on
for
that.
that.
Though.
Yes.
Do we end on that, though? Pierce, Colorado, it's a great company. Pasture Perfect Premium Organic Beef. I think that this is something that the Modern Eater Kitchen needs to have all the time.
Oh, babe, it's at Growers Organic every single
Is it
day
really?
of the week. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so if you're a chef, just call Brian.
Yes.
Just
If
call
you're a
him.
chef, call Growers. You can get an incredible ground beef for a price that you can meet. Justin's about to roll it out into his Boulder new location.
Is he really?
Yes, in Rosetta Hall.
Nice. Folsom Foods.
Folsom Foods, thank you very
That'll
much.
Be cool. Kim, Megan, thank you guys so much. This is going to be cool. We're going to start a little, a coup,
I
this
think
is
we
the
should.
stuff that we believe in and we love so much. But can we come visit the ranch?
Absolutely.
That's what I can't believe we haven't visited before.
Oh, yeah.
A little farther north, just north of Greeley, Colorado. I don't know.
Pierce and Alt, I met them with Gene, one of your neighbors.
Yes.
What about 30 miles from the Wyoming border?
You can see it,
Yeah.
like Sarah
On a
Palin
clear
sees
day.
Alaska.
These guys are great.
Exactly.
Give them a shot. ThePerfectBeef.com. Let me say it to you again, ThePerfectBeef.com. And if you're looking for a subscription for some great food, a lot of people are doing this these days. It's very easy. ThePerfectBeef.com. They're a cut above. I love it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Really so cool. All right, and what's next? Oh, man, just what we need. Beer and spirits. That's the next half an hour right here. 7:30 and 7:45. We're going to talk to LandLocked Ales and Rocker Spirits. That's all coming up next right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado and the Modern Eater Show.
All right. Well, tonight's good. I'm getting whiskey and beer, citrus beer, but you've got pumpkin beer. Am I correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Our Scythe Harvest Pumpkin Ale.
Okay, so I want to know, is this ordered more by women or men this time of year?
Yes. Yeah, it's a super popular beer. Last year we came out with it, ran out of it before Halloween, had to hold a keg back before our Halloween party, so we decided to do a double batch this year. So we're making sure we're not running out of it. Still got a little bit left, getting us through the holiday season. So, yeah, it's drinking good.
I love it. And I love your guys' name, LandLocked. I mean, that's the only thing to me Colorado's missing is the ocean, but we've got everything.
We've got it all. So the name, I understand I'm not allowed to say the F word on ale. But, yeah, we came out with the name basically saying forget the coast. You know, we're landlocked and we're proud of it, and we're here to serve you great beer.
Love it.
Upgrade to Dove, the bar that gives you more. It cleanses and cares. Plus, it's #1 recommended by dermatologists. Now that is money well spent. Dove, get more from your beauty bar.
Hey guys, Chris Johnson here of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Hi, this is Lorraine Midson.
Oh, we're coming back.
A food writer. I was just told that I should put my line, and you're listening to
You guys' mics are hot.
on iHeartRadio.
Okay, back to the show right now. Is it a Jeff Rourke and A Plus Beverage Solutions Live? It is not. We'll do that on the next one. Back to the show at Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Jay Parker, you're working hard, man. How are you holding up? You're not holding up?
Ow, yeah, I'm alive. I'm a lot better off than a lot
You
of
look
people.
good.
Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks.
You look
Hey,
good.
thanks. I feel terrible.
You got a good color in
I
your
feel
face.
a nice hue.
Yes.
Do I have a nice hue tonight? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably the frustration of.
You're looking. Are you
every
putting
aspect
lotion
of,
on? Or?
I'm moisturizing with Colorado Mill sunflower oil, as a matter of fact.
Oh, they love to hear that. All right, back to the show right now from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. We love new friends, and these will be guys that we will actually dance around with for a while because Tyler and Nick, Tyler Burgey? Burgey. Dang it, he just told me before we started.
Literally just.
And Nick Elway here with us on
there we
the
go. There we
show. Nick Stafford, and Stafford knows because he's here with us tonight. LandLocked Ales. Guys, where are you from?
Lakewood.
Lakewood.
Yes, sir.
We're in Lakewood right now.
We're at just north of Hampton on Wadsworth.
Man,
yeah.
You're neighbors.
Really?
Just
Hampton
down
and
the street.
Wadsworth. I like that.
What's going on in the tap room tonight?
Well, we had a big event earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a Movember run.
You can't go. It's over.
Well, yeah, no. That event ended.
What's the next big event?
Coming up?
Yeah.
December 7th.
Yeah.
Is what?
Drink for Pink event.
Drink for Pink.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
It's cancer awareness. So we try to do some fundraising events. I don't know, once every 2 months.
I
or
like
so.
it.
Yeah.
Nick, you did a great job with Movember. Your beard, I don't know how you did that in like
He just started,
14
3 days ago. Or
That's amazing, man.
So my friends joke that I should shave in November.
Wouldn't
like
that be
for
so?
the month?
Do you know what your face looks like? You probably haven't seen it in a
Yeah,
while.
I got a butt chin here. That's why I keep it covered.
Guys, talk to us about the brewery.
It's great.
Yeah, well, we've been open about 2.5 years. So our focus is on lower gravity stuff, so kind of lower alcohol,
a lot of our beers are kind of in the 4 to 6%.
Why do I like that? I mean, shouldn't they all?
So,
So there's a big debate there.
Yeah, let me get heavy.
Let's
let me
get
get
into
it
this.
12. Yeah, let me get.
Yeah, well,
We just want to show people that you can drink a beer all day like a Bud Light, but it can actually have some flavor to it. So we just want to show people that, our beers are great. They might be low alcohol. It's not always well received, but, that's what we're here to do.
Not always well received. We have learned that we need to have some.
So we mix it up a little bit.
Well, let me go to a place on that, guys, because the reality is do you think anyone except people in Colorado? We're a place that we used to have a 3-2 law, and we were one of the only states in the country that had that, because I'll tell you, the average guy or gal is not looking at what the percentage is, except in Colorado, because if you were going to
look for flavor. You're right. I don't do
Yeah.
that. I look for flavor. I look for taste, beer, the whole. So that's not.
Are you buying into my? Because I believe it. In Colorado is the only place that people are sensitive to an alcohol level. Because most people listen, unless you're in Europe and you're drinking these much stronger, 6%. Most of them are 6% beers over there.
I have a feeling these guys would just drink spirits if they wanted.
Would you now? I mean, what's your favorite? Both of you on the spot.
Favorite what?
Favorite spirit to drink? Is it beer? Is it wine? Is it distilleries? Distilled?
I drink everything.
Yeah.
Approachable beer.
But I do enjoy a good beer that's a lower alcohol that you can enjoy. Several of them,
So let's just look at
over
this.
and over.
Here I am on their website.
But we have an offering now where there's lower ABV and there's higher ABV.
All right. So number one starts out. So here it is on your website. This is you guys, your beers. Number one, I see hard seltzer.
Wait, let's talk about that.
Hold
Open
on,
that door.
let's
Open the
go.
door.
He's
Whoa.
waiting for that. He's waiting for
I know,
that.
and I want to talk about it because you poured me something that I like, and I want another.
Well,
so
yeah, but you don't really, I mean, truth be told, Brian.
You thought it was?
It was the hard seltzer.
Yeah, he brought over us a couple of whatever you had, raspberry.
And I wish I had more. They said, actually, I said, how's it doing? Are you selling much of that? And they're like, we drink a lot more than
I think we've drank a lot more than we've sold.
Yeah.
Everything I see
Not a
on
big
your
seller.
beer list, on your website, and I think, what do you have, about 12 rotating taps here?
Yeah, about 12
Yep,
beers.
12.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything I see is just delicious. Like, these are tried and true beers.
Right. Yep.
Am I right? I mean, you're not doing anything. I mean, aside from the pumpkin, is that seasonal? The
Yep.
pumpkin?
Seasonal.
Yeah, seasonal.
So we have a lot of seasonals.
Do you?
And we rotate a lot.
Yep.
We have like 4 or 5 constants.
What do you have
beer.
like an experimental? I mean, how are you brewing?
We don't care. If we're committing to it, we're going to do a full batch.
Yeah.
It takes 8 hours to brew 10 gallons. Or
Stafford, you're the
210
brewer.
gallons.
Are you the brewer?
No, we do it together.
You do it together.
It's a 2-headed monster.
And
How big is your barrels?
You guys
that
both
you're-
own the
7
company?
barrel system.
You both own the company?
Yes, sir.
And my wife.
And your wife?
Yep.
Yeah. So the one that keeps the books.
Yeah,
And
she
keeps
does
you
the
guys
accounting.
in line.
Yeah, she keeps it square.
We had to
Those
buy
are
out my
marketing,
ex, but
yeah.
it's fine.
These guys are good, and this is what Colorado is all about. And breweries, so fear of being the brewery that can't make it anymore. Is that there, or are you guys over the? It's there.
It's a real thing.
It is.
Sure. And especially seeing as many that are closing. I think a real problem that happened back in like 2014-ish when we were looking for a place, that a lot of these places signed leases that were a little too short. So now they're getting into the hump that they're about to renew a 5-year lease.
Yeah.
And they're just getting kind of screwed out of.
What does that look like for you guys?
So we signed a 10-year lease with an option to extend another 10, and that's all been mapped out. So we're sitting in a pretty good position.
You guys were committed.
Yeah.
I like that. They're like, listen.
All in.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I mean, you sign a 5 or a 10-year lease. It doesn't. If you go belly up in 2 years or 7,
Oh, it matters because you'll have something on your
in.
credit there forever.
LandLocked Ales. These guys. Credit for it. Credit. That's a good one, Brian. That's a good one. So you guys are brewing beers distribution model, and a lot of times, the Brewers Association would say 80% tap room, 20% distribution. Where do you guys fall?
I think that's generous towards the distribution. As far as our side goes, I would say we're more like 95% tap room.
Sweet, because that's the model. So you obviously have a neighborhood of people that love you. Yep. Talk about your neighborhood.
Well, that's what we're relying on, and that's the way. That's the way that things are trending towards, is the neighborhood brewery for sure. A lot of these large regional breweries are cutting back a lot because the distribution isn't. People aren't as brand loyal as they maybe used to be. As far as buying things in store, they want the next popular thing, and so the neighborhood model has really helped things in that fashion.
We have a lot of regulars.
A lot of regulars.
You almost said something ton.
Yeah.
That was good. Guys, here's what I love to do. All right, with limited time, I want you guys to just full on go. There's a lot of people that drink beer that listen to the Modern Eater Show. A lot of people that love Colorado breweries. Why should somebody come see you at LandLocked?
30 seconds.
Fire it off.
Okay. There we go. So, like I said, the low-gravity model, we're here to be your neighborhood brewery, and we're here to be someplace that you can go and drink a few of. We're not here to knock you on your butt with 1 or 2 pints. We're here to be the place that you go to and hang around, and we're local guys and love chatting with you, and we've got great regulars, and we love keeping that up. So,
Dog-friendly.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
Nice.
Denver, bad.
And tell us your location. Where are we going?
We're at Wadsworth, just north of Hampton, 285.
Between Eastman and Girton.
You said local guys. Where'd you go to school?
Well, okay.
That's me.
We live here.
Born and raised, Littleton, Lakewood. Graduated from Bear Creek High School.
Bear Creek. All right, cool.
Right on the creek.
You know Jay Johnson?
Yeah.
You know Jay? Bear
Jay
Creek?
Johnson.
Yeah, Bear Creek. Yeah. Good stuff, man. All in the family. I love this. First of all, I'm in love with your beer. And that's where it begins and ends with me, is the beer.
As it should.
Yeah, keep going with that. Can we do a little collaboration beer? Since you guys just don't care.
Absolutely.
Let's do a Modern Eater beer, but I got some ideas. But it's got to be low gravity.
We got to talk.
You like that? Oh, good stuff. These guys are
baby.
These guys are really cool. The beer is here, and LandLocked Brewery. LandLockedAles.com. LandLockedAles.com. It shows you. It's a great website. It shows you their beers. I wanted to talk about hard seltzer. Can I do this with you guys? I want to do a hard seltzer segment. Can I have you return?
Hell yeah.
I can't believe what's going on with hard seltzer.
You're afraid. You're shy.
I can't believe
he's a
what's
shy
going
guy.
on
Come
with
out of the closet about it, man. He likes it. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Will the Brewers Association ever recognize hard seltzer in a category? All right, they're telling me to break. I know. Jeez. Stick around, you guys. We're going to do that. We're going to do a follow-up. And probably next week, too, if you can do it. Saturday nights are tough. Amber, I'm sorry. Jeez, she's like,
but you want to see
go
this?
to me. Go to me and do this now. All right, we're going to take a break. Booze and News up next. All the booze news you can use. And Dustin Evans from Rocker Spirit to the Little Rich Corner with Amber Strohauer right here on the Modern Eater Show.
All right. So I feel like the only people that work harder than farmers, chefs. You guys work incredible hours. And Chef Cheeto, you're everywhere. You're doing everything. But one thing I want to talk about in particular is what you guys are doing at the Pepsi Center. I mean, it's pretty incredible. Do you mind talking on that?
Yeah, sure. We're trying to do everything local. We are supporting local farmers. And I got that idea because of this show. It's Craig's, Jay, and Little Rich. I'm trying to implement that into a huge business. I mean, it's a $45 million business. And hopefully we can do the whole building, as much as we can do. So I'm pretty excited about that. The whole company's excited. We are with the Legends company. It's huge. And, that's one of the cool things we're doing at Pepsi Center.
I mean, it's just a game changer, and you guys will really be first in the sports arena to be doing this. So, and your players get organic, local produce already. So, love it. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
If you're feeling fresh, cool, and clean, Gold Bond. Respect the sweat.
Use as directed.
Hey, Colorado chefs. Brian Freeman with Growers Organic and the Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
All right, you guys, back to the show in just a second. But do you want to put some tap systems into your restaurant?
I love it. Why not, Jay?
That's right. Why not? There is no why not. There's only why.
Well, Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, a lot of times restaurateurs, bar managers, they'll try and cut corners. Mm-hmm. Cutting corners is not what you want to do when it comes to pouring delicious craft beer.
That's right.
The brewer wants you to taste the beer exactly how they brewed it, but a lot of times, Jay, you've poured a lot of beer in your lifetime.
Yes, I have. You know what you don't want. I'll tell you what you don't want. Let's just start there. You don't want foam.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Because foam is the devil and foam is money.
And what are you doing when you pour inefficient beer?
Well, you're pouring your money down the drain.
Yes, you are pouring your money down the drain, Dustin. You would never do that, would you?
I don't. I take a bath. I take a bath on my money.
Call Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. He's the man, 20 years in the business. What does he do? Installs tap lines at some of the best places around. And if you are tasting a delicious beer, probably it's coming from Jeff Rourke's tap lines. Give him a call. Here's what you want to do. 720-272-3809.
Wait a second. Bring that back to me.
720-272-3809. That's Jeff Rourke, A-Plus Beverage Solutions. He's the guy. If you need to do maintenance on your draft lines, if you want to add a line, whether it's water, kombucha, coffee, he can do it for you. He is the authority of draft lines. His name's Jeff Rourke. It's A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
Makes her hot.
Booze in the news, all the booze news you can use. I'm not going to do the show until Tabitha comes up here.
Tabitha.
I'm just going to stop.
Tabitha.
I'm going to stop. Tabitha, I'm going to stop the show.
Don't make him stop. We're bringing up some support. I like
Tabitha,
it. I like
throw
it.
that head. There she is. Hello,
nice, Tabitha.
All right, so Tabitha is Tabitha.
Tabby.
Welcome. So much support.
Dustin's micing her up. I like it.
This is what's cool. This is what you call hyper-local community. We're family. You just don't even know it yet. And we'll probably be the family you don't like. But that's okay.
Already, you started that way, yes.
Dinner, though. Holiday dinners.
Holiday dinners, the whole 9 yards. It's about, as we were talking to Christopher Moore from Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink, this is an easy thing. But the food thing is, I love food. Don't tell Christopher this, but I love the beverage program. Degree's beverage program, you guys are doing a lot of great things down there. What's going on?
Well, we're trying to incorporate a lot more Colorado products into our our program. We're doing a tap takeover with Spice Tray Brewing, which is going to be really fun.
Our friend Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you going wrong?
So we're going to host that on November 30th. So that'll be fun. We're going to have a lot of their beer. We're going to do some food pairings.
What's wrong with that? Do you like spirits?
Yeah, bourbon and whiskey's next.
Yeah.
Do you like spirits?
I like it, Tabitha.
Now, one thing that I think would be cool to be in your position as a job is to see new stuff come in. But it's overwhelming sometimes. What do you look for as Dustin Evans joins us from Rocker Spirits? Hello, Dustin.
Good evening.
Good to see you. What do you look for when you're looking at new spirits and, you're tasting things? What are those things that you look for when you're going to bring in a new product?
Well, the first thing that I notice is obviously the bottles. The aesthetic is really cool. I really like the product that you guys brought. We were commenting on all of the labels and how unique they are. But then we like to see how they taste in the cocktails and on their own.
What are some of the cocktails you're serving down there? Old-fashioned, of course.
Old fashions, of course. We have to do that. We have a drink called the Metropolitan right now. So we're looking for a really good local brandy to feature in that drink. We focus mostly on classic cocktails that we're trying to bring back.
Like what? Jay, Rob Roy, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's right, the Rob Roy.
I said most bartenders should know Rob Roy.
Jay does never want to make that
Do you
ever
know
in
what a
his
Rob
career.
Roy is?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
That's next.
Time and time again I win because the original bet was this. And Brian's not that I don't make them. I mean, I didn't even know what it was. But Greg says most bartenders would know what a Rob Roy is. And I say, I disagree with nowadays. I mean, depending on where you go and you know, so they'll know what a Rob Roy is. But nowadays it's, you know, it's a green tea and it's the, you know, a bunch of other names that.
I thought it was just pretty basic, like a vodka tonic.
Well, they still make those. How about this, Greg? You know what a Cuba Libre is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, something Spanish. Probably got tequila in it.
Rum, baby, rum.
Is it rum?
Well, it's a rum and coke.
Is it?
With a lime garnish.
With a lime.
With a lime.
Yeah.
All right, you got to do that. Dustin Evans, Rocker Spirits. What do you do? Okay, so you're meeting new friends. Here it is. They're open to things, you know, taste. How do you introduce a new spirit to them to where they were like, okay, yeah, I'd like to give this a shot?
Well, I just like to go in and just tell us who we are, where we come from, and then let our spirits talk to them. I think what we do with our bourbon, it's a very approachable bourbon. Like I say, it's 70% corn, 30% wheat, and we bottle it at 96 proof. And some people get scared of the higher proofs, but higher proofs are actually cleaner because they don't run the the tails runs out of them and contaminate that distillation with lower quality products. So I just let our product do all the talking. We have a saying down at Rocker Spirits. We let a whiskey do all the talking. You keep on rocking, Rocker Spirits.
We love cool local brands, obviously, as you've seen here. But Rocker Spirits is one of those innovative. Now, they have a lot of cocktails. So at a distillery, I don't know whether you know this or not, but they have to use all the ingredients that are produced from that distillery. So
correct. It is a curtailment of our liquor license that we can only use products that are compounded within our distillery. So we can't serve beer or wine. We can't do a true Manhattan because we don't have the vermouth and different things like that. But I love that we're not like everybody else. That makes us unique. And it forces us to be creative.
Yeah, what John does. When you see the faces of folks like this, you know, you see Dustin and his passion for. No, I'm not judging you at all. The passion that he has for his product and his brand, that's the type of stuff. But how do you tell that story to the consumer? Can you?
You can, I think so. We like to spend a lot of time with our guests. We like to really enjoy the experience and have them enjoy the experience with us. So I think that by getting to know each other and kind of finding the backstory, then we have a little bit more to talk about.
I think you're so spot on with that. Now, Dustin actually makes a lot of great cocktails at his distillery.
Heard.
Have you tried any of them?
I did, just a little while ago.
Which
I tried
one?
his old-fashioned.
Oh, have you not the Admiral's Daughter?
She tried the Admiral's Daughter. She tried the Kill Dill. Hold on, let me get my list. She tried. No, she tried what I brought tonight, and it was just nice to hear her take on what we do and what they do. And I think if you think you've figured everything out in this industry, you're pretty self-contained or self-absorbed. It's nice to hear other people's opinions and their takes on stuff, and that's how you learn.
I can't wait to see how you guys collaborate.
30 seconds.
Patty, you're a bad influence on me. We love these guys. Tabitha, you did a bang-up job.
Thank you,
was
Tabitha.
Not hard at all, was it?
No,
Let's hear for Tabitha. Yeah, Tabitha. All right, we're going to end this thing. Thank you, Jay Parker. Thank you, Brian Freeman, the whole cast and the crew, Christopher Moore. It's great. Amber Strohauer, Little Rich Snyder. We'll see you back here. Dave Avery, Kenyon George, the whole cast
Pasture's
and crew.
perfect.
We'll see you back here next
Pasture's
week.
perfect.
On
They
the
finished their
Modern
cattle
Eater
with
Show.
corn. They're going to love our whiskey.
This is the busiest time of the